Coming into this World Cup, Group D was one of the most anticipated groups to watch. A host nation with an entire fanbase tuning into the sport for the first time, a Paraguayan team looking to stamp itself as a South American powerhouse, and an Australian team that has been underdogs and beaten the odds every time. But the team that had the most expectations was Turkey. Coming into the World Cup after 24 years with arguably its most talented team featuring the likes of Arda Güler, Kenan Yıldız, Çalhanoğlu and more, most fans had them as a dark horse bound to make a deep run into the tournament. 2 rounds in, and America have won the group, playing like the best host nation out of the 3. Australia and Paraguay are tied for 3 points and might actually go through altogether, and Turkey are the second team to be eliminated from the World Cup. Turkey took 30 shots against Australia. They dominated Paraguay for an entire second half, against 10 men. Final shot count across both games was 62. But they scored none. The most shots without a goal in any 2-match stretch in World Cup history. And it just ended Turkey's World Cup before it even started. So how did this team implode? And what does it take to actually be a dark horse? Turkey hadn't been to a World Cup in 24 years. A squad of Çalhanoğlu, Demiral, Güler and Yıldız was supposed to be the team that finally ended the drought with style. Ranked second best in the group on paper, favored by bookmakers over both opponents. Instead, they lost their first 2 games and left the World Cup early. Against Australia, Turkey had 72% possession and 30 shots. Australia had 9 shots and won 2-0. This is the counter-attack trap. Australia sat in a disciplined low block, absorbed Turkey's pressure, and punished transitions. İrfan Kunda's 27th minute goal came less than a minute after a hydration break. A structural lapse in concentration, and all of a sudden they're now on the back foot chasing the game. Turkey's high defensive line should never have allowed space for Metcalf's low drive from distance to make it 2 and close out the game in dominant fashion. The standout player was debutant keeper Patrick Beach, who made 8 saves on the night. The nightmare against Paraguay started in 64 seconds off a loose clearance that fell straight into Galarza's path for a 28-yard rocket to make it the fastest goal of the entire tournament. Then Paraguay went down to 10 men before halftime and Turkey's comeback started to look inevitable. Turkey proceeded to dominate the entire second half with a man advantage, but could not score. Even a set piece that hit the bar, then the post, still stayed out. For this team, this wasn't a talent gap. It was a structural one. Turkey's attack relies heavily on individual moments from Güler and Yıldız rather than a repeatable chance creation pattern, which is exactly why they generate huge shot volumes but low quality looks. This especially underperforms when the main people they rely on don't take those huge moments in their own hands and take risks. Against organized low blocks, they had no second plan. Montella's side never adjusted from more shots to better shots. Güler's own words after the game: "We should have won these games, apologies to the Turkish people." Not a lack of talent. A failure to convert dominance into results, on the biggest stage for 2 games in a row. In the entire 2022 World Cup, Morocco conceded exactly 1 goal from an opposing player before the semi-final. And it was an own goal. This wasn't a Cinderella story. This was the most disciplined defensive performance in modern World Cup history, and that's what got them over the line time and time again. In the round of 16, a grueling 120 minutes versus a threatening Spain team saw Bono make multiple saves before the penalty shootout, and once the whistle blew, Luis Enrique looked deflated as if he had already lost faith in his team's penalties capabilities. As if he knew, Spain proceeded to collapse, missing all 3 penalties and bowing out at the round of 16. Then in the quarterfinal they met a Portugal team that surprisingly saw Ronaldo benched even though he hadn't had a good tournament by his standards. And Nasiri scored in the 42nd minute and they managed to hold on to that lead, becoming the first African nation to reach the semi-final of the World Cup. They reached their ceiling in the semi-finals against a France team that took the champions to penalties. They finished as the 4th-place team, a feat that was recognized worldwide. So how exactly did they do this? First of all, they had the support. The fans in the stadium during the group stages absolutely overwhelmed the atmosphere, acting as the 12th man for the team. Structurally, this was a perfect synergy between team structure and individual brilliance. On one hand, they finished with the most clean sheets of any team in that tournament. They also outperformed their XGA, which was 1.0 per 90, but only conceded 0.68. The standout player was Yassine Bono, who became the first African goalkeeper to keep 3 clean sheets in a row. The underrated asset, however, was Sofiane Amrabat, who won possession back 41 times, the most in the tournament. This earned him a move to Manchester United from Fiorentina. Even more hidden was Azzedine Inahi, who completed 10 successful dribbles, the most out of all midfielders, and averaged 7 progressive passes and 8 ball recoveries per 90. Morocco proved defense wins World Cups before it ever wins headlines. Turkey showed that on paper dominance won't even get you past the group stage. That's it for today. Comment down below why you think Turkey couldn't make it, and which team should we look out for as the dark horse going on.